Boom, there we go. As the banner came in, that's it. The last ever Thursday Night Live. If you're watching, if you're tuning in, this is exclusive. This is like making history watching this. You are seeing the last ever. But don't ever say the last ever, because you never know. There might be something around the corner, but I think this will be the last ever, because next year the plan is to go to bigger and better things that we think will help people in more detail. We can spend more time with people. We'll be doing it less frequently. It will be exclusive, so people can privately ask questions. But we are super excited for the next year one. But tonight's all about what we've done over the last 2.5 years, making these, because we have been there, come rain or snow or worse, or COVID or whatever it may have been. We were there doing our thing at Thursday Night Live at 6. So this week, super excited. We've got a gang this week. I've got Ricky, I've got Sarah, we've got Lauren, we've got Ben, we've got Thomas. We are all over the country, I think, this week as well. Ricky's up in Stevenage. The guys are in Wales. Lauren's in Costa somewhere. I don't know where, but she's in Costa somewhere. Sarah, just before we went live, decided to try and break a few things in her room. So I think she's at home. And I'm in Berkshire. I'm in sunny Berkshire. So first of all, Sarah, how are you?
Yeah, good. Busy, nice and busy. Good. Feeling festive this week.
Lots of Beat the Portals going on for you and Georgina, I've seen over the last month.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, there's been lots going on and lots to come. So yeah, it's been a good month.
Love it. Good. Lauren, what about yourself? You've got dazzling lights behind you.
I do. It's all the Christmas vibes in here. I'm actually in Staines in Costa. Gone to get my mum from work, would you believe? So yeah, but things have been busy as well. You've probably seen a lot come up on social media. Things are materializing nicely with more listings coming on. So even since I was on last month, was it?
Yeah.
I think things have changed massively. So it's been good.
Nice. Yeah, it seems busy. Sales coming in. I've seen a few sold slips. I've seen some Beat the Portals. I've seen some How It Happened. So love it. Yeah. So if you're joining us, we've got a few more people joining us, just so that you know what's going on. This is the last ever Thursday Night Live. We're going to cover quite a few things. We've done 2.5 years of it. We've got bigger and better things coming next year that I will share throughout this, so that people can check out exactly what's going on. Don't worry. I know this has been your only place webinar to go to get the live questions, the real kind of down to the ground stuff that's going on. But fear not, we have 12 epic webinars planned for next year that you can join in on. Ricky, I've seen you at the start of the day. I'm now seeing you at the end of the day. But we live very far away.
To start the day, best way to end the day.
Exactly. How are you?
Yeah, really well. Yeah, really well.
Good.
Just
glad to hear.
Trampolining tag still on me. Just taking the niche trampolining. That is the way that we can run our business.
Branded by the looks of it as well.
A little bit.
We just went down to get this is a cool story actually. We just went down to get the office Christmas tree, the Avocado HQ Christmas tree from a local garden centre. So we thought we'd make a bit of content. So we took Austin Martin with us, both gimbals, full professional cameras, 7 people, 4 of us were in pink hoodies, and the garden centre at 2:30 in the afternoon on a random Thursday did not know what was going on. But we were bowling through the garden centre. Someone came up to us and went, Are you okay? You guys, are you all right? And turns out that we did a little bit of content for them, filmed the garden centre, did a little bit of promo stuff, which we'll launch over the next couple of weeks. Got the tree for free. Winning.
Nice.
Absolutely winning. So yeah, there you go. We do the local good deeds, and they come back in a reward as well. Talking local, Ben and Thomas, you guys have taken a romantic trip away, just the two of you, I believe. You are not local.
It's incredibly romantic. No. I mean, by the log burner most evenings, it's been lovely.
Yeah, far from local.
He's got his earring in as well. So
yeah, far from local this week, but still selling houses.
Tom, you took
Gorgeous
a
painting in the
picture of
background.
your missus to put on the wall with you as well, by the looks of it behind.
Yeah. Yeah,
Love that. The guys in Swindon, they will help and support clients more or less anywhere in the country. Actually, if
Well, this one came from a recommendation, so we're really pleased by that. We're doing obviously really good things. She was just like, look, I've got a friend who needs to sell a holiday home in Wales, and we went, yeah, why not? Absolutely.
You went, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Clarify that. He went, why not? Yeah. I just came up with the right and the free holiday, yeah.
So kick us off, chaps. How is the market? Not necessarily in Wales, but how's the market in general for you guys?
It's been quite busy, to be fair. We've what was it, 5 listings this month already, considering we're on the 23rd of November. So it's been pretty busy. We've got a lot coming on. We've still got 2 more to come to the market, including this one. That should be probably live in the next coming days. So all of a sudden we'll have 6 listings within 3 weeks in November. Woo! So very busy, which is good news. Viewings are still a bit light on the ground. I think people are obviously staying put. People are thinking, oh man, do I want to move before Christmas? But now's the best time to move. Get up and running. Yeah.
Seems busy out there at the moment, actually. I think interest rates coming down. I mean, we've got some decent rates down at kind of 4.5% now, which we weren't talking about 6 months ago. So it feels like people are listing, people are moving. I think we're going to see about 23% down on transactions to a kind of annual average. It's normally about 1.2 million a year. I think it will be a little bit less than something like 20%, 25%, something like that down. But in terms of actual prices, momentum, movement, it seems like November has been quite a busy month across the board at the moment, which is good to see as well. Sarah, coming to you. Obviously, Woodley, bit of Reading. How are you guys getting on? What sort of stuff are you listing at the moment? What buyers are you talking to? What types of properties are selling? How are you guys finding it, you and Georgina?
Yeah, do you know, it's a real mixture at the moment. The last couple of weeks, we've had some really good family homes, which is perfect timing. You know, forget Christmas, it's school placements in January, so everyone needs to be in the postcode they want to be in school placements. Yeah, we've had some really good family homes coming on, but actually we've been going out to a couple of good investment properties as well. Obviously the rental market's really strong, especially in Reading at the moment. So people, I think, are starting to take advantage of that again. But yeah, it's been busy, good family homes, but with the mixture, we've had a apartment that's sold, and I would say it's a real mixture of people coming out to view as well. Yeah, there's no sort of set group at the moment. We've got it across the board, but it's definitely been busier for us this month than it was September or October, actually.
Good to hear. What about you, Lauren? Because you're not far away, just up the road, one of the other W's in Winnersh. You've obviously sold quite a few properties and quite a few bits going on over the last 6 weeks. So how are you finding it? Same as Sarah, a bit of a mixed bag, loads going on. How are you finding things, Lauren?
Yeah, definitely lots going on, lots more conversations, and I think lots more genuine conversations. I know we touched on it last time that people seem to be that bit more serious now. What's really interesting that we've had some properties which have been rented out in previous years now looking to sell because they've held on to them for X amount of years and now just ready to sell rather than relet. So that's been quite interesting. A lot of recommendations coming through as well. So it's just feeling busier. People are talking more.
Good. What about Stevenage, Ricky? How is it in Stevenage?
Stevenage, things are going well. Yeah, like Sarah, very much a mixed bag. I've got a 2-bed coming to the market. Another 4-bed coming to the market tomorrow. Got 4 or 5 viewings on a 3-bed terrace come Saturday, and had a second viewing on another 4-bed today. So yeah, things are still buoyant. I see we're surrounded by some very expensive areas, and if you're Hitchins, Letchworths, Welling, St Albans of the market, mortgage terms and deals are going through the roof for people. They're potentially going to consider a more affordable area in Stevenage.
Like it, yeah. I mean, that's that going into next year as well. I think is going to be a very, very valid point. So, as I've
Builders are
just
still building as well. The
yeah,
builders are still building. There's 5 developments in Stevenage currently, all going up or just about to be completed. And if they're confident in the market, then why shouldn't people just selling their own home?
yeah, absolutely. Right, as the banner says down there, we've got we've literally emailed as we were live a couple of minutes ago. We've got today's best deals on the market. So let's go through them live and see what's knocking about. So when we did this last year, there was nothing last week, there was nothing under 4.5%. But we did forecast live that we expect within a week or two there will be a deal under 4.5%. Lo and behold, 7 days later, Nationwide with the 5-year fix, 60% loan to value is a 4.43. Almost like we know what we are talking about. So that is nice to see. It's also quite nice to see the kind of 90% 5-year as well, you know, at under 5%, 4.86. That's residential at the top, 5-year fixed in the middle, 2-year fixed on the right-hand side, and then you got your buy-to-let deals down the bottom as well. But going to you, Ben and Thomas, just kind of seeing those 4.5s come into the market, I can't imagine it's that much longer until we see maybe some 15% deposits, some 85% loan to values around the 4.5 as well. And I would think for the Swindon market, if we're seeing 85% loan to values at 4.5, that's going to be pretty good news all round for you guys, I would have thought.
Yeah, we think so. Funny enough, we've actually just done our market forecast for next year, which will be going live next week for everyone. And yeah, one of those things is around the mortgage market, and we have a lot of first-time buyers. Like I suppose Ricky's saying about being affordable, Swindon's that out of Reading affordable area for those guys. So yeah, that would definitely help us next year, and that would definitely improve the market for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. No, good to see. What's your thoughts on those, Sarah? You know, you were talking about investors as well, looking at the buy-to-let deals, all under 5%, but fairly big fees. Now we did see some 7% fees, which was shocking, and we've seen quite a lot of 5, but there's a few more 3s knocking around, £4,000. Most of these you can add to the loan, but for investors out there at the moment, I think the stat was for last year's tax returns, it's the most profitable year on record via the HMRC for buy-to-let landlords, be it accidental or investors. So never has the landlord market made more money than the last financial year tax returns, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I think, like Lauren said, actually, there's a lot of people that are selling investments, but they're great opportunities that are there for the grabs because, you know, the rental market, like we said, is so strong at the moment, and properties are renting, and they are renting for high prices that if, you know, with those sort of figures, if people are on the fence of whether to invest or whether to invest more, the properties are there with the good returns. The rates are coming in, and the rental prices are definitely adding up. So yeah, it's a good market at the moment to look at those investment properties.
I would say it's a good time to be looking at an investment for sure, especially this time of year. I think there's some nice stock out there. I think investors can capitalize on a market at the moment. I think there's some deals to be struck. I think if you're the bottom of, you know, a chain of 3 or 4 links, you've got a good bit of play there to really get in and capitalize and find yourself a nice asset. So, Ricky, you've been in the rental and investing market for the best part of a decade or a little bit over. What's the rental market like in Stevenage? You know, looking at those rates and talking to landlords, what's that like?
Stevenage remains buoyant because we're surrounded by such big firms, whether that's an MBDA or the other local, even a football club. There's a huge demand for rental properties. We moved 2 tenants in within the past 2 weeks. And on the first viewing days, it was the case that we were having 10, 15 viewings on both. And there was best part of 50, 60 inquiries coming in. So the demand is certainly there. Landlords can certainly push for a lot more than potentially what the property's worth. But for me, it's always the advice that you want to have quality over quantity. You want that best quality of tenant in place who are going to be there for hopefully 2-3 years and earning a decent wage to certainly be able to cover it with the cost of living crisis and so forth.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matt, Mr. Barrel is out there actively looking to purchase at the moment with some motivation to do so as well. Might be the best buyer on the Avocado database. He's taken a lot of faith from the mortgage rates declining. So, and I think with any luck, they will continue to do so, which would be great news too. So that's some positives. So I've got another little image here, actually. Someone on the call. I'm not sure whether they're going to thank me for it, but let's talk through it anyway. So, Lauren, what's going on here? Talk me through how your week's been. You're on mute.
It's been a fabulous week. Now, some weeks back, probably even a few months back, I met up with one of the managers at Winners Triangle to speak about how we can do more in the community collectively. And little did I know that the Cowshed were doing this wonderful charity event, which we basically just got on board with and decided that we wanted to help. And on Monday of this week, I went down to Winners Triangle and spent the morning there, and we wrapped children's presents. And it was just super humbling. It was incredible going into this space where there was just, thousands upon thousands of just toys everywhere. And I'm not just talking, small little toys. There was scooters, there were football, there were dollies, there was just everything you could ever imagine. And I had an amazing time, but I was gutted that I didn't get to finish the family, because it was a family with 6 children, but I only managed to do 4. So I was a little bit gutted and wanted to get back, but they are just, what they do is incredible. So massive hats off to them. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is a really, really good charity. And if you've got any, good quality clothes, or you've got toys in the garage, it's a great charity for all sorts of local people that need it, families that need it. And it does genuinely go there as well. You can go down and check it out and see it all on the shelves and stuff. And it is a busy charity that's stretched, but they do such a great job. I've been down exactly where you were there. We did the Christmas wrapping last year, a lot of us too. I even built some of the rails there when they first moved in there, so that they could hang the clothes on. Myself and Callie did that with our toolkit. So yeah, we're definitely invested in that one, and great to see you down there, Lauren. So well done for doing that as well.
Thank you.
What is Christmas looking like then in the Swindon area, chaps? Is there any events on or anything that's big to watch out for if you go to Swindon? I was there not long ago at your outlet store looking for some running attire for the winter chill.
Yeah, I think the main attraction that we've got going on will be the Light Festival in Lydia Park, which is great. They do the whole park like a light trail. You go all the way through it, different bits and pieces for the kids. And yeah, that we'll be going to that because that's awesome. So that's kind of the main thing that we have going on. The outlet always do some nice Christmas decorations and everything else. So yeah, there's definitely stuff down there to come to.
Good place to go shopping really for Christmas, I think, that outlet store. And I'm sure with Black Friday, knocking around, it's got to be something that you could see some benefits of. Is Black Friday tomorrow? Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen the avocado ad going around and you're thinking of selling anytime really in the next 3 months and you want to take advantage of the Black Friday deal, the quote is, I think it's #AvoBF original avocado Black Friday, AvoBF. And if you throw that in and you book a valuation on our website, then you can talk to your local agent about the Black Friday deal they're offering. And potentially you can see something there for some version of a deal. Everyone's got their own versions of it, but you can take advantage of that. So I'm going to post that into the comments. So if you haven't booked a valuation with us, you're thinking of moving in the next 3 months, here's the link. It's on all the socials. get your valuation booked in, hashtag it as AVOBF. If I've got that hashtag wrong, I'm saying it live. So play this recording, and there's the evidence that we're going to honour it. And each agent will give you their Black Friday deal. It's different in every area, but book your valuation, get it locked in. There's the link there for everyone, and take advantage of that. I think we're running that up until Monday 7 a.m. So you've basically got 72 hours in theory to take advantage of that deal. So yeah, there we go. Ricky, just a quick one. In terms of 2024, what are we thinking? Just property market in general, just go round the room. What are we thinking is going to happen? So we know mortgage rates have dropped a little bit, but what's your expectations? Plateau? Are we going to see it drop a little bit? Are we going to see it climb? Are we going to see transactions up?
No, not at all. No, I can see. No, I can see things leveling out for maybe the first 6 months, and then really kicking on, really kicking on. These new builds surrounding us. So there's a Crowd Ace build, there's a Red Row build, there's a Hill Group build. There's going to be people upsizing and downsizing and moving into them. So the secondhand market for me is certainly definitely going to be buoyant. And homes and people are needing to move. And I think that, we'll be all right. We'll be good.
Good. All right. Well, it sounds positive there. Sarah, what's your thoughts overall? Kind of, are you expect that? I mean, I guess in terms of percentages, we're probably going to see maybe 3% reduction over this 12 months. So what are you thinking may happen next year?
I think it will definitely pick up again, actually. We've already got quite a few people that we've been out to see that had lost their confidence this year and have maybe realised that they've stretched themselves too far with the properties that they're currently in, with their mortgages coming to an end next year, that are deciding and sort of, I suppose, reevaluating and being a bit smarter with their moves. So I think there's going to be a lot more coming on the market with that. But I think with the reduction, no matter what it is, people's confidences are slowly building again. And yeah, I think hand in hand, you're going to have more properties, but more people are going to be looking as well, which I like I said, I think we've already seen that start to happen. So I think that's just going to grow next year.
Lauren, do you think more people will be moving next year than this year? Because this year's the fallout of the stamp duty holiday, so it was always predicted to be less transactions. Do you think next year we might see a bit more, still lower than average maybe, or do you think about the same? What's your thoughts?
I think it's a hard one to comment because there are so many variables in play currently. But I do think I'll kind of match what the guys have said already, that with all good intention, it should creep up again. I think it probably will get busier. You know, typically this time of year it does get a little bit quieter, but we're just not seeing it across the board. So I think that gives us quite a lot of reassurance going into December, then starting again in January. But yeah, the conversations we're having, they seem more confident and they seem like they're more equipped with the information. So I think that has a lot to be said as well.
Yeah, no, good points. Good points. What about you guys? You were having a little bit of a funny moment there. Were you playing footsie off camera, chaps?
He was. He's tickling me underneath the table.
Yeah.
What about the property market?
He didn't say no. That's the main thing.
Oh, just laugh.
He didn't say no.
You tickle someone, they laugh. That's what happens.
If he didn't like it, just say no.
No means no, yes means yes.
There you go.
It's like Ant and Dec, but Swindon.
It's a really cheap version of Ant.
I was going to say, this is like from Wish.
Yeah, we are a Wish Ant and Dec. That's exactly what we are.
I mean, who's the forehead one out of us?
Because mine's awful. Anyway, we're disrupting this. Sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
Just the property market next year, chaps. That's all we want. Not your secondary career. That would be great.
We're expecting the same. I think we're viewing wise, so you guys are seeing it pick up. Viewing wise, we're not seeing that. Listings, we are. So we think that personally, next year we'll have more people moving. I don't think it's going to bounce massively back. It's just going to be more consistent. What? Sorry. Over to you. What do you think is going to happen next year?
Exactly that.
Okay, fine. This is what I have to deal with every day. Yes, we're pretty much in the same boat as everyone else, that we feel the property market is going to ping back up next year, but not by masses. So that's where we're at.
Perfectly timed, Ricky. You missed their prediction. We've got a question on the Ant and Deck Wish version. Big Spoon or
I
Little
love
Spoon?
that.
Kyle, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on that,
Yeah,
Kyle.
comment
What would
below.
you-
No,
Kyle
I-
came in the office and broke one of our chairs the other day, so I reckon he'd be Big Spoon.
brilliant.
I was going to ask a question, totally forgot what it is, but I think in terms of from my point of view, I guess I'll give you my opinion. I think next year, if we see rates get to the low 4% as a fairly consistent kind of go-to on the mortgages, then my expectations are we'll see prices rise by 1.5%, something like that. I think transactions will still be down a little bit. There was a few people hoping for some sort of stamp duty thing at the budget yesterday. Didn't happen, but the murmurs are there. So I think the market's crying out for a little catalyst, and I think the government want to give the catalyst there. The question is, are they going to do something for first-time buyers? Are they going to ease off on landlords a little bit to make it better for tenants out there that are trying to rent and prices going through the roof? Are they going to do what they did before? Offer some sort of stamp duty holiday or some sort of stamp duty discount? We don't know. If I was going to ask them to do anything, I'd be asking them to look at some version of a stamp duty discount, definitely for first-time buyers. I think that would help a lot. I know first-time buyers already don't pay as much as first-time sellers or second-time sellers, but I think if there was some sort of holiday for first-time buyers, that's what they really want. They want the first-time buyer market to kick in, and I think if first-time buyers had a stamp duty holiday up to 450 grand, something along those lines, even 500 grand like before. I know that was for everyone, but imagine for first-time buyers up to 500 grand stamp duty holiday. I think that would be powerful. I think it would force a lot of tenants that are really struggling to buy at the moment into buying. I think it would speed up tenants' ability to buy by at least 6 to 9 months. And that would be what I would suggest. So Jeremy, if you're listening, make it happen. We can do that on this live. We can make things happen. Carl's actually come in. What's he saying here? I just want to check that it's not rude before putting it in. Here we go. Stamp duty is an easy vote winner, maybe. Reckon mid-December, early Jan. So something on the stamp duty front. So yeah, hands up if we want a stamp duty holiday. Gang on the call, or anyone else with me on that?
100%.
Yeah, we're all thumbs up there. Gradually, we're losing Sarah. She's getting lower and lower and lower. On the soon, there will just be a head like this.
At least
Right. So it's the last one. Should we give a little bit of knowledge to everyone on what the plan is for next year? Does anyone want to kind of give a little bit of a spin? I think we're all at the day. So, Ricky, from the last kind of level up day that we had as a group, we thought, how do we improve this for clients? And that's where we came up with the idea of doing these monthly webinars next year. We don't have to give the whole game away, but that was the thought process. Can we make it a bit better, a bit more exclusive? So tell everyone a little bit on what the plan is for next year.
We want to provide more useful information with more different industries, providing you different opinions. They're far north, south, east, and west.
Absolutely.
You never know. Someone who was it on the chat that said they had an audience in Brazil. We're going global, baby.
Going global. Clint's hands up for stamp duty, so that's one getting thrown in. So we got Carl on stamp duty. We've got us on stamp duty. If anyone's got another curveball for us on what they think the government should do over the next 6 months, if at all, throw them in. Ricky, what you got?
I would like them to motivate the upper end of the market, the downsizers. I'd like them to convince the downsizers to move, because the people that are ready to get into the 5 and 6 beds, there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there for them. The people that are moving from the 3 and 4 beds who want to move to the 5, 6 beds, the older generation that can't necessarily maintain the gardens these days, we need to give them some carrot to potentially help them with their journey. And then the people who are selling the 3 beds and the 4 beds will be bought from people who are selling 2 beds, and then that will benefit the first-time buyers.
It's a great point, because a lot of the villages outside of the big towns really struggle. The families looking to get into them really struggle to get into those properties, and it is just too expensive for that age bracket, for the people that aren't working, to make that downsize move these days. So we talk about first-time buyers a lot, but yeah, that kind of downsize, if there was some sort of incentive in play for them, it's going to free up a lot of houses for the people that want to move into those houses. It's a really good point. We need to properly think about how we put that to Jeremy, and then we'll send him a letter. We'll get a petition. I think you need 1,000 people to sign it to take it to Parliament. Is that right? So 1,000 people, we can make that happen. 100,000 people, sorry. We can make that happen.
100,000.
Yeah, 100,000 people. We have that on our socials between us, so we can make that happen. Neil's got a question. I'm going to go to Lauren with it because she looks like she's in a restaurant. I know she's in Costa. What is everyone's death row meal?
It's quite a dark question, isn't it? Death row meal.
So, you know.
So, what's my death row meal? I think actually, when we all joined, I think there was a little questionnaire that actually you had to fill out, and part of it, what would be your death row meal? And mine would be tapas all day long.
That's everything, basically. You said I just want everything.
A little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nice. Takeaway tapas. Love that. Just everything. Ricky, what you
then
got?
you can just keep picking.
It's good. It's a good point.
It's a good shout.
What you got, Ricky?
It's got to be pie mash and liquor.
Pie mash and liquor. You're so London. What about you, Sarah?
Oh God, I'm a mood eater, so it depends on my mood.
What mood are you in at the moment?
Well, I'm really cold actually at the moment, so probably a roast dinner if it was now that I was about to die. But yeah.
Vindaloo.
No.
Yeah, Vindaloo if you're cold. Quint's getting involved. He's saying fillet steak, mushrooms, and potato dauphinoise with salad as well, and salad. Throwing that in. I'm not sure whether salad with the a mushroom sauce, is he saying there? I don't know, but yeah, salad on the edge just to keep it balanced, I guess, is the one for him. Thomas, I'm going to go to you first because Ben always starts. He's a hogger of the mic. So what we saying?
I'm going to go meatballs. Meatballs.
What, just on their own?
Yeah, why not?
Just dry meatballs.
Just dry meatballs.
Bag of meatballs.
Just a big old hunk of meat. Just throw it down. Don't even cook it.
Raw. Yeah, nice.
Everyone starts an avocado business. The first thing they do is get a Costco card. You went straight to IKEA, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love those Swedish meatballs. Tom, what about you? Sorry, Ben, what about you? I guess you want something smoked.
You've got to go twice. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Dex, what about you?
Steak Diane.
Who's
Steak
Diane?
Diane. Cooked on your smoker?
Yeah, obviously. Smoked steak.
Oh, to be fair, we missed a trick on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Could have had a plug there, mate.
Could have been. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Yeah, good point.
I will leave you with smashed avocado on toast with bacon on top and some chili seeds, just a few little chili seeds. Got to be done, isn't it? Got to be done with the avocado. You know what they say, an avocado a day keeps the doctor away. So that is it. That's a wrap. We are over time. It's the last ever Thursday. Next year, we'll be coming back with some incredible webinars. We will be getting, probably in the month of December, January's out on the socials. It's something that you need to subscribe to, you need to book into. I think for the first one, there's only going to be 50 places available. We will be having a professional chartered surveyor. We will be having at least one qualified mortgage advisor that will be giving us updates on the mortgage market, answering your questions. We will have a conveyancer on there that will be giving you the information required to make sure that you're legally prepared going into a sale. we'll have a couple of us agents on there as well to talk to you about getting your property ready for viewings, talking about getting your property ready for videos, talking about what happens if you're not selling. So super excited for that. So we've got mortgage advisors, surveyors, conveyancers. We may even get a will writer on there as well to talk about just making sure you're prepared afterwards to protect your loved ones. And we've got agents obviously talking about the market. So this will be a chance for a little bit of a presentation so that you know what's going on. It's going to be for anyone thinking of moving in the next 9 months. And it will be an education, but at the same time, a checklist that you can work through. So something that will mean when you go to the market, when you start getting valuations, you probably won't need to get as many valuations because you will need less information because you've done the webinar. So we're going to save you some time. It will probably help you get to the answers to the questions before you make mistakes and waste time down the high street with banks or surfing through Rightmove. So that will definitely help. It will help you in terms of getting ready for just little things like EPCs, moving removals, what to do with paperwork. Should you get a reservation done? Shouldn't you? How big a chain should you get involved with? Or which one should you stay away from? Buying at auction. So we're going to cover a lot. It's going to be very powerful. We've already had some of the industry press talking about it, and I'm sure it will be within a month or two of putting them out there in national press as well, because it is like nothing else that is out there. So that's how powerful it is. It's all about innovation here at Avocado, and that's what we're doing next year. So with that in mind, Ben, Tom, Lauren, Sarah, Ricky, there we go. It's the end of an era. Thank you, everyone, for joining on the last one. See you all soon.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, everyone.